So if you want to take out that gun and badge, I'm happy to scrap with you one day. You want to do it, let's do it. Let me know, buddy.
That is not a crime, and you're telling me to get out of my vehicle.
Broken arm! Broken arm! Broken arm!
If you didn't know, I went to the police academy and they kicked me out.
That's my purse! I don't know you!
Spit me on my face right now! She spit in my face!
Today's video takes us to Riverside, California, where we find a midget frauditor. Oh, and I'm really not saying anything bad about midgets, but this guy's a midget idiot. Oh, yes, he is. Anyway, he's trying to audit a public works facility, and it's not working out too well for him. Although this video is a couple years old, I love to watch this guy's videos because he acts like such an idiot. Enjoy.
News Now California, out in the city of Riverside at the police department.
Here we have a group of frauditors who begin the day by auditing a police department, and then they wander next door to the public works department where they have all the heavy machinery, and that's where they get into trouble with the security guard.
5 minutes later.
City property, so it's kind of not supposed to be.
City property? You mean it's private property?
Pretty much.
Well, it can't be pretty much. It's either public property or private property.
Basically, they don't want you back over this area.
Okay, they don't want me, but it's a law that I can film in public. I'm in public.
This part, not that part.
Well, is that a public sidewalk?
No. Actually, there's like 3 signs you walk past that say don't come down here.
It says no trespassing?
It wouldn't matter what type of sign was up, sir. This idiot would still proceed to trespass. He doesn't care about signs because he can film anything he can see with his eyes. Isn't that right, Frauditor?
3 signs up there says no trespassing?
Well, not 3. Actually, that's hyperbole. There's a sign or 2 right about there.
Okay, but there's one sign that says no trespassing? Where's that sign?
It's that way.
Okay, is it that very first sign that says no trespassing?
Actually, the first sign has something different on you. I believe it's the second or third one. But
The second or third says no trespassing. Private property?
pretty much.
Well, you got to be specific pretty much because I know my rights. I'm in public.
Oh, yes, indeed, Frauditor. You're in public, and right now you're being a public nuisance. Can you please go home? Or better yet, go out and apply for a job someplace.
This is a... Taxes pay for this. Taxes pay for this. And this isn't a private road.
This part of it is, actually.
It's a private road?
Yeah, see, this is city. This is where the city and the police department keep their stuff.
Right.
That part is public. This part isn't.
Well,
So feel free to film over there, or as you're leaving, or if you want to film that.
Okay, so
but you can't really go back over there.
Right, you're saying that this is private? Is that what you were telling me?
I'm saying that's city property, so they don't want you over here.
I know.
They've asked me
to
not to let people to come back over here.
Right.
So when a guy walks over with the camera, you can see where I would.
Sure, I understand.
Frauditor, you don't understand anything, and you don't care to understand anything. You're very politely being condescending to this security guard. Oh, how we'd love to give you a smack across the chops.
They're telling you to enforce their policy. But policy doesn't trump my right to film. It's a law I can film. So, I'm not trying to bust, just trying to educate you. You're doing what they want. You're enforcing their policy. And that's fine.
I legit don't. I'm glad you want to film and stuff, and I'm glad that you're taking advantage of your opportunity to do that.
Right.
Having said that, that part is going to be over here.
Over where?
This part right here,
Uh-huh.
that you can film. You walking back there isn't something that you should be doing.
Walking
sir.
back where? On this road, you mean?
Basically where you were, yeah.
So I can't, you're saying that I can't walk on this road and film?
This is the idiot behind the camera. He's a man-child. Look how old he is. He has nothing better to do with his life. Frauditor, what happened to your job? Did you ever have a job? Did you live at home with your mommy and then she passed away and you had to find some way to make money? What is your story, Frauditor?
No.
Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm going to challenge you to that. So if you want to call the cops, call them, because I'm going to continue to film. You know?
You can film standing there, I suppose. You can't go down there.
Well, that's a sidewalk right there. This is a public street. This isn't a private street.
Well,
Is it a private street?
as far as the city goes, I believe.
No, you're wrong, because I looked it up on the geo maps. This is public. This is open to the public. If I come down here because I drove the wrong way, or if I have business,
Oh, by all means, Frauditor. Remain calm and conduct your business. Whatever that is. I think you're just there to harass and provoke this security guard for clicks and views. Is that what you're doing, Frauditor?
I'm allowed to come here.
Do you have business?
Yeah, my business, right. I have business right now.
Did you fill out the proper forms for that business?
Proper forms? I don't need proper forms. It's a First Amendment right that I can film in public.
Did you just get really bored today and decide to randomly?
Bored? No, this is what I do. I stand up for my First Amendment right to film in
So
public.
legitimately you had nothing else to do other than to randomly come down and bother somebody with
Oh,
a
no,
camera.
well, who am I bothering?
Honestly, I was having a nice day relaxing in the booth before I had to come out right now.
Well, you
and
should have
inform not
chose.
to.
You should have chose to
And
stay
you should have
in.
chose not to come over here.
No,
See,
it's my
that would have
right.
made both of us simple.
No, it's my right to come over here.
But did you have a need?
Yeah.
See, that's the difference between an adult
Yeah, I
and a
do.
child. It's
Oh,
knowing.
you're gonna be condescending? I'm probably old enough to be your father, dude.
Well, there you have it. The idiot admits he's old enough to be the security guard's daddy. Maybe we should ask Maury Povich about this. You're out there gathering content for your YouTube channel. Get a job, you frauditor.
Which is why I question this so much.
Okay. Well, you don't need to question anymore. You
And how old do you
You can
think
just
I
go kick rocks now. I'm going to do what I'm doing because you're curt to me. You're disrespectful to me.
am? I'm condescending.
Yeah, you heard the word. You
I
know
haven't
what it
used
means.
the word curt.
Yeah, no, I said you're curt. It's rude. Look it up. So I'm going to continue filming.
Actually, implying that I don't understand what that word is.
I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing. So you do what you need to do, dude. But you can kick rocks at the same time.
Well, I guess our frauditor told that security guard what to do, didn't he? Who's a real tough guy. But don't worry, the security guard will return in a few moments. Let's fast forward through the quality content and get to that part.
10 minutes later.
Okay. The street part. That's this is a public facility, but much like the White House, what I was saying earlier about the childhood thing, you can, just because you can do stuff doesn't always mean you should. It's not necessarily safe. They have a lot of heavy equipment over there. So from 9 to 5 during the week, which this is not, with an escort, you can arrange for a tour. Just a second, guys. Call your city councilman, or
Yeah, we don't need a tour, and we're on a weekday.
if you'd like to.
That's going that way.
That's going that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Otherwise, so for the rest of the time, because this isn't open then, so you can't go back there. Just like the White House or any other facility like that, you can't just wander around. Right. And one of the reasons, as was expressed to me.
That's a great analogy there, Mr. Security Guard. You just can't walk up to the White House willy-nilly and start to record. I always like to talk about the Treasury Department where they make all that money. All that money is printed out every day. Try to film that and see what happens. Oh, you'll be carted away real quick by the Secret Service, honey.
Again, there's a lot of machinery and stuff like that, and it's dangerous, and if you get hurt, it's a whole issue, which is why they told me not to let anybody down there. You can't go past any of the fences. Those are clearly, obviously, I was mentioning him earlier, there's a bunch of signs.
Exactly.
Do not enter, obvious ones like that. I think I said there was 3. I'm not
You said
sure.
there
I
were.
may have hyper.
You said there were
I
no
also said there was-
trespassing signs. No trespassing. It had nothing to do with do not enter, which we wouldn't go behind.
Okay.
But let's go back to
Again,
your
you were-
initial. Let's go back to your initial. The street you've explained, but that wasn't the primary. The other issue was you said that I'm not allowed to film on this side. I can film in that side.
Oh no, I said the station right here, basically from roughly where the stop sign is, or the station.
The security guard is attempting to be cordial with this idiot. But look at this face! Oh, face only a mother could love. And then that's doubtful there too. Yeah, but he wants to stand there and argue and debate because that's good for his YouTube channel. Isn't it, Frauditor?
That you can film. If, as was expressed to me when I saw you guys wondering, I couldn't see where all of you were. Again, this is kind of a liability issue, why they asked me not to let people just wander around.
Yeah, we were not crossing over any fences. So.
Okay, I wasn't sure. I just saw a guy wandering with the camera and stuff, and I was like, hey, what are you doing?
On a public street.
See, so anything...
Yes, you feel justified. That's fine.
I feel justified?
Can we skip over the hurt feelings?
I'm not hurt, but you're saying something, so if we're going to have a cordial conversation, I should respond if you're incorrect.
I'm just trying to let you know exactly where it's okay to be. Like, for right now, where you're filming, that's fine, as long as you guys aren't bothering anybody when they're going to their cars and stuff. Again, like the gentleman who stopped right there, they're probably fine.
These bloody idiots probably grew up and Mommy and Daddy gave them a timeout every time they were bad. And now they don't know what to do in society because they're running amok with their mouths. Oh, I can do this. Oh, I can do that. Oh, it's my First Amendment right. Shut your mouth.
Becomes an
We're
issue.
Not blocking driveways.
Yeah, and if it becomes an issue, or if people are going to their car and they're like, "Hey, what's?"
Then that's something that you have to. Answer.
And then I'd have to ask you guys to move somewhere else.
Well, we would,
or something like that.
We would. That's the point.
And then again, if that became that is literally the line.
Their emotions, just like his, don't mean anything. Well, then that's too bad.
Well, that would be you interfering with them.
We're not interfering with them at all. We're in public filming.
Standing on a sidewalk.
Okay, I have no stake in this. I'm just letting you know. If that situation occurs, that would be where I would.
This isn't the first time we've done this.
I figured. That would be the point where I would.
It doesn't matter what their feelings and whatever. It doesn't matter.
Again, don't care. Like you just said.
Yeah.
This
I don't care either. That's why I'm going to stand here, whether
but
or not you cry about it. You can tell the cops, whatever.
So we're just going to stay here and film.
Not you.
What we have here is children having a temper tantrum. Yes, these people are grown up, but only in stature, because they still have a mind of a 2-year-old. They never quite learned how to fit into society, and this is the result. A temper tantrum. A grown man and a grown woman having a temper tantrum. Lovely.
So if that became an issue, that would be the point where I would need to call the police.
Okay.
Well, I would come and ask you first because it involves less paperwork for me.
End up doing that because we're not going to move.
Yeah, I'm going to just, we're going to just stay here and film.
I don't know why.
We're going to stay here and film people and their license plates when they come in and out. That's what we're going to end up doing.
Okay.
Well, the point is, photography is not a crime. If all photographers and journalists, they'd be out of a job if people were crying every time they took their picture, were trying to make a story or trying to do whatever. People crying can't interfere with my way of making money. So photography is not a crime. That's the whole issue. If you want to cry about it, hey, hi mom, whatever happened to those days? You know what I mean? Sorry.
I'm not sure, Frauditor, but you appear to be the crybaby. You're crying for your so-called rights to film people's license plates because that's your job? Really? That's the best you can do in life. Oh, I feel sorry for you, Frauditor, and I guarantee you're not making that much money on your channel, whatever it is.
Doesn't work like that.
Okay. That's sort of like having a protest for world peace at the Cinnabon.
No, it's not because we just educated you.
No, from my point of view. I mean, I may learn something, but ultimately I just came to get my Cinnabon and I don't really care. And it probably doesn't affect me. But I do understand why you're doing it. But again, as long as you're not in anybody's direct path, okay? Just, I'm trying to make sure you guys know where the line is.
Yeah, you got it. Thank you. Have a good day.
Okay.
Well, there you have it, folks. This idiot wants to stand there and argue with the security guard for more than a half an hour. Of course, I edited that part out. and get absolutely nowhere trying to assert his First Amendment rights. I don't know what is wrong with these guys. Now, I said at the beginning this was a couple years old. That's because I'm going back through this idiot's files. He hasn't uploaded anything interesting lately, so I have to go through and find some things. But if you enjoy watching idiots, imbeciles, and morons on my channel, please subscribe. As always, thanks so much for stopping by. Cheers to that.